SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Well, it's just about 5:30. I've had my entire worldview shifted radically. I can understand a lot better why Apocalypse Cop is now a copotrope. Let me just have a quick look at my journal. Let's see here. Yeah, Apocalypse Cop here. I'm up to 2. I suspect that when I said that the thing about how the end is going to come, and it's not that much of a radical reaction or whatever, I would imagine that's why I got that one. But now I really understand why that's even an option. Because I've learned that there is sort of an apocalypse on the way, isn't there? Eventually. Possibly very eventually, but still. So what do we do with ourselves with the rest of the period that Kim is not here? That's a great question. That's a great question. Look at that lonely cormorant. Fascinating. The reason I'm looking at that lonely cormorant is because I can't figure out how the orb thing works. I figure I probably didn't get experience for looking at that cormorant just now because I've looked at it before, but then again, the orb is gone now. I don't know how it works. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how it works. Anyway, I noticed in my map right here, the map wall has a challenging interfacing challenge. I don't remember that being there, but I did just increase my interfacing because I stubbornly decided to steal a book about cockatoos, which I figure I'll probably read this afternoon here, evening, whichever you want to call it. But I want to see if I can figure out what's going on with that wall. Because, like, if I can do an interfacing challenge and get maybe that password, that would be lovely. This place is rather creepier when you don't have Kim around, huh? Hadn't really considered that aspect on things. What happens if I interact with the bear again? Is there a reason to? Hello, bear.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice.
Yeah. There's nothing to do here. That's fine. That's perfectly reasonable. I wasn't really expecting there would be something to do here. Okay. Let's head upstairs here quick. The map wall. That's this right here, right?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn. The whole thing resembles Cadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Is this the map wall? Okay, I feel like I already went through all the options here and I didn't see anything new. But give me a second. This frequency fireplace. It's not the map wall. This isn't the map wall, right?
Your flashlight slides out. Some
Project
of the writing
Dreadboard.
has faded with age.
Okay. Map wall, though. What is map wall? Do I remember seeing something along those lines? Because apparently the answer is no. Give me a second to look for map wall, all right? It should be somewhere in this building, I'm pretty sure. There's the barbell, which of course I don't have the strength to lift. And no one to impress even if I did at the moment. I'm not seeing a map wall is the thing. I really want to find that password, which is why I'm obsessively searching here right now. But if the map wall is not to be found right now, then what on earth is it talking about? Then again, a number of these things over here, most of these I know what they are, but the padlocked door I don't feel like I've seen before. The warded door, I'm not sure what that is either. It should be somewhere in here as well. And the map wall is in here as well. Map wall. Map wall. You ain't got a map wall in here, do you, Neha? No, you don't. Okay. Am I wasting time? I mean, yes, but in fact, no, is the thing. Because time is not passing because I'm not accomplishing anything. And the game's rather generous to you on that front. You can get anywhere in 0 time at all. Very strange, that. It's not this thing, I know that for sure. This is just to talk to the old lady again. Hello.
Tiles on the
Mainframe.
tube are still smoldering.
Right.
Casting the framework.
Right. Okay, well, what?
This old fireplace, the whole thing resembles Cadran history classes, student radio frequencies. It's unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Maybe I need to choose the other options with the frequency fireplace? So we're dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
I'm pretty sure this is exactly the same text that I've seen by going the other routes.
They
here.
must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this before.
Someone very The whole thing resembles radio frequency. Unclear.
An elaborate piece of art, then?
You think so? They must have had massive air width. These
Wait.
things don't come cheap.
Il Capo del Art, say art 5 times. Apparently I got an achievement for that. Great.
Whoever decides...
There's not a check here.
Nothing.
There's nothing. It's nothing. I've thought this might be the map wall, but it has no interfacing check associated. There's a thing right here. There's a thing right here. There's like a little compartment at the top right here. I wonder if that's what the interfacing check is, but if so, why can I not see it? Is it a perception check I'm failing or something like that?
The whole thing resembles Cadran
Okay, there's nothing. There's nothing. I wasted a minute doing that. Huh. I genuinely don't know where that check is. It says I can do it right now. On my map, it says I can do it right now. It says so right here. Interfacing challenging. Well, too bad. You can't do it. Okay, all right. In that case, let's get out of this building. This is not the way out of this building. I am lost. Help me. Help. What's this?
Only the red cable is plugged into the...
Right, the breaker box. I can leave that alone, I'm pretty sure. Although I could unplug the bear at this point, couldn't I? I suppose I could. If I wanted to be considerate to the owners of this building.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the black one lies neglected on the floor.
What happens if I unplug the giant red cable then?
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Right, and now the bear is, like, sort of dead, right? Sort of no longer taking up all that electricity? Yep, the eyes are dark. The eyes are dark.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
It sure has. I'm not sure why I care about the electricity bills for the owners of this building. Maybe I shouldn't. But in any case, there, we were done with it. I guess nobody needs it at the moment. We can always turn it back on again if we needed to, you know, keep things cool again in the future. But, well, so, let me have a look here. Because in my pockets, right, I got these interactable objects, and I feel like I haven't been interacting with them much. The map of Martinez, is that the same one? The same one that I've already got, interact?
The worn map features the patch.
Nope, I already looked at this. Okay, that's fine. Handwritten note from the fridge.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper.
Apparently
the
I already...
kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
I did look at this as well, okay. Fractured bullet I know I looked at. Apricot chewing gum wrapper I definitely looked at. Okay, so we got the books I didn't interact with. Did I in fact interact with this mug? I'm not sure it's a great idea to do so. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling Rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent rollicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grimming feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Let me just see.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
That's probably true. Got it. I don't really want to pursue being racist cop, so I guess that's pretty much all the reason there is to look at that any further. Okay, well... In which case, why don't I get down to business reading this? I don't think there's anything that I really need to work on immediately right now, not with Kim around. I don't want to have any particular adventures without him, see, aside from the ones that I can't have with him. Because, I don't know, he's interesting. He's fun to have around. Let's read him a book on cockatoos, shall we?
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Behavioral issues, okay. What more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo.
I've never heard of any of these.
It's colorfully illustrated.
I'm sure that it is. Hey, tell you what, just give me a second here. I'm going to put this book away for just a second here. It occurs to me that I'm standing here in the middle of the rain reading a book. Maybe that's not the best idea, or at the very least I should put on my raincoat. Maybe that will help. I don't know if there are consequences for standing in the rain absent-mindedly like this, but here, maybe this will help. Great. Okay. Now let's get down to reading that book, and also maybe put your flashlight away. There. Okay. Now then, interactable items. Get that back out again.
A cockatoo.
Right.
This book
Okay,
talks
so
about
what
the
problems do
delicate
these birds
nature.
have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day.
That's extensive.
They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
That sounds about right, I suppose. I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely. Who would ever want a chatty companion? I want someone who knows how to listen. How do we feel about cockatoos, The rain just stopped, by the way. And now I'm just a crazy person standing around in my raincoat. 2 hours a day is a lot, yeah? And it's not like they would stop talking when they were not having attention given to them at the time. So it'd probably just be someone talking all the time. That seems like a lot to me. I want someone who knows how to listen. I mean, given what I know of my nature as this guy right here, that does seem more accurate. I don't suspect he's much of a good listener necessarily. He seems to live in his head a lot, you know? Sure, let's go with this one.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues.
Hostility?
If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
That's not good. Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day.
Cook them
And
food?
give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
That is fair, I suppose. You have to cook food for cockatoos? I didn't know that. Let's see here. What are the other options here? Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well. Read about the funeral cockatoo. Read about the major majestic cockatoo. Read about the most common bang bang cockatoo. Okay, well, let's see. Is there something great about cockatoos as well?
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
That's quite a few decibels. Isn't that like hearing damaging ranges?
Ouch. That must hurt.
Yes, I assume. Continue?
Not great for the neighbors.
No, not really.
Performing? Yes, birdie.
Apparently the drama brain likes that. That's fair, though. Perform, cuddle, and show off. Okay, so tell me about funeral cockatoos,
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo.
Okay.
Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage.
Okay.
This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
I suppose that makes sense. Continue. Thank you, Inland Empire, for that. How about the major majestic?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
Bumptious, with asterisks around it. I don't know what that means, but I think I could hazard a guess. Continue.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
Okay. The monotonous hues of the verdant forest. That's an opinion you can have about the forest. Huh. All right, continue.
It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
I suppose it must be. Tell me about the bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, The Bang Bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name, Bang Bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
I see. I wonder... Okay, onomatopoeic. I wonder what it represents. Is it like a noise they make, or... I don't know. In any case, if these are related to the world as I know it, then I suppose the one that I'm aware of in terms of cockatoos is the Major Majestic, maybe? Because the ones I've seen have largely been white. I don't know about the pink, but I also haven't paid that much attention. I now have another option. Honestly, this bird does sound a bit like me. Well, I mean, it kind of does, doesn't it? Requiring a lot of attention and maintenance and talking a lot and not being aware of other people having their own lives and... performative, certainly. Sure, it does kind of sound like me, doesn't it?
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
The gray and common Bang Bang, that's me. Only the funeral cockatoo in its darkness can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul. Isn't it obvious? Major Majestic, here I come. But what if I'm just a fuck-up-a-two? A fuck-up and a cockatoo? I have to take some time to think about it. Gray and common is the one that is shy and gray, and that's really all there is to say about it. The funeral cockatoo is dark, and I don't know much about its actual personality, but maybe it just is much like all the other cockatoos. It's indisputably ominous. The Major Majestic, very impressive, very flamboyant. I don't know if I necessarily am on the scale of a Major Majestic. I'm really curious what a fuck-up-a-two, what we have to say about if it's a fuck-up-a-two. Hang on, let's discuss this.
You're right. You're a fuckatoo embodied.
Oh no.
This sorry-ass bird belongs on your heraldry. It probably doesn't even have feathers and only screams.
Once you've chosen, it's done. I have chosen the fuckatoo. Okay. Cool. Great. I did it. Are you proud of me, lady? Let's go see if the lady's proud of me. Hi. It's me again. She's still searching for a book, her eyes wandering over the colorful grid of soft covers. You were right that I'm a cockatoo.
Excuse me?
I went and read up on them, just like you said, and I even decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. Want to know?
I don't know. The most talkative one?
She's ready to put that question aside. No, I'm the fuck-up-a-two.
The what now?
The fuck-up-a-two. It's the one who always fucks everything up.
No, you're not. Don't think that way.
She says, slowly shaking her
You're
head.
just a regular talkative cockatoo. And let's leave it at that, okay?
The wind brings a strand of hair to her rough face. Well, that's kind of you to say. I suppose if I'm going to give her a hug. Now would be the time.
You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks.
And asks?
What is happening?
It's a great question, isn't it?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
And also from the rain that fell not a couple minutes ago. I guess it was more than an hour ago, wasn't it? Reading does pass time rapidly, doesn't it? Keep hugging her or let go. I'm deeply uncomfortable. But I guess keep hugging.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
It's a great question. Continue.
Less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails.
Keep your eyes closed for a brief moment longer, perhaps? I'm fighting for the working class. Hey, I hug whomever I please. I'm a hug monster. Okay, well, Inland Empire wants me to think about this a little longer. I feel like I'm eventually going to receive violence, as it's kind of what I deserve at the moment. But keep your eyes closed just for a second. Let's think about this.
The feeling continues. Warm and comfy on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rising to the surface, trying to break the sensation.
Let's let it form. What is this question? Silence your thoughts. I don't want to answer anything. See what the feeling entails. Let it form.
So tell me, how does it feel to be close to someone, skin to skin?
It all comes together now. I was built to be close with other beings. It's good, but I'd prefer a man. A solid muscularity would support me better. Intimacy? It's a catastrophe waiting in the wings. This seems like a lot to decide, based on my simple decision to hug someone in the street. But you know, human contact does seem important, and it seems important also not to let my previous trauma define me in this regard. I don't know about this, maybe? I don't know you. Am I supposed to just define you according to my tastes? Like, that's... I mean, my own character as to whether he'd prefer to hug a man? I don't know, maybe. Let's just accept that being close to other beings is important. Yes? Yes.
I wonder how long it has been since you last hugged someone.
Do I remember? No, please. I really don't want to remember. That's what we're here for, isn't it? I'm probably going to need to take my morale drugs, aren't I? Do I remember?
No, you don't. And it's better that way.
Is it now? Then why did you want me to recollect this particular topic, Inland Empire? I'm here on your advice. What do I remember? Well, if you say it's better. No, what do I remember?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Don't come back here.
Don't come back what? Open your eyes. What the fuck was that? But I need to remember. Don't come back here. You just told me to come here. Inland Empire, you seem very confused. Let's explore that particular... What is it? What's going on?
Oh my God. Why are you calling me? Stop calling me. Are you drunk again?
What am I remembering? Is this my ex? Is this the thing? Keep them closed.
I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you ever again. Stop calling me. Get lost from my life. You ruined it.
I ruined it. Continue.
Officer, what are you doing?
A coarse female voice pulls you out of your reverie. A swash of water hits the coast behind her figure.
You were eavesdropping on your subconsciousness.
I had the strangest... I'm not even sure. I'm fighting for the working class. We're going with the new option. I'm not even sure.
You had the strangest what?
She hasn't let go of your embrace. A strangest conversation. Something went wrong in my head. A glitch of a sort, I think, inside my mind. I don't want to talk about it. Huh. What's the clarification between these two options? Expressing that I'm talking to myself inside my head is one thing. My brain went wrong in some fashion. This is more generic if we don't want to discuss the specifics here with her. But, like, I've been hugging this woman for 2 full minutes at this point, so, like, has it only been 2 minutes? Has it been longer than that? I don't really remember. It might have been a while. A strangest conversation. Something went wrong in my head, yes.
It's okay. We all feel out of sorts at times. There you go, officer.
Something begged me to open my eyes. It was scary. Thanks, I feel better already. I mean, it was scary, and we're oversharing. Like, at some point, it's going to hit the point where it's too much. I know, I recognize that. But it's a nice moment for the moment.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand what you're talking about.
She lets go of your hug. That's fair. I don't either.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's all for the moment. I'll let you read. Sorry about that.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Well, that sure was something. Huh. It felt like a thought was forming, but a thought didn't form, did it? I wonder if this isn't another way that I could have approached one of the thoughts I already have or something like that? I don't know. What's updated here? Oh, right, I found my heraldic bird, of course. And where's the rest of the armor? That is now impossible. Totally impossible. Find all the armor pieces. don't know why I went ahead and chose that option when I knew I was sending the legs in to get processed. I don't always think things through, it turns out. The snow has started up again. This weather's really confused, isn't it? It's not the only one, either. Okay, well, I have one other book I can read. The Cockatoo one only took me an hour or so I might be something of a fast reader, but it also might have been just sort of a brief book. I don't know exactly how it works. The Greatest Innocence, huh? All right, let's see what Joao Paulo Salomao Lopez de Fuego has to say about things.
The Greatest Innocence by Joao Paulo Salomao Lopez de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Joao, apparently. I don't know how to pronounce things. Crack open this immense tome.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain.
I see. That right there has already taken me nearly 20 minutes. Continue.
You can do it. It'll be worth it. There's something here.
There's something here, says my endurance. Okay.
Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.
That's what we're here for.
You ready?
Sure, why not? Oh God, no, let me out of here. Sure, let's do it.
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence?
We're actually doing it in this format? Okay, who was the first
Oh
innocence?
yeah, this is what I was made for.
Okay, encyclopedia. That's so. All right, go on. Give me all the hints you got. Sola, Dolores Day, the Pericarnassian. You know, I didn't really absorb anything from what I just read. What do you got, encyclopedia?
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence.
Encyclopedia, that is a lot less helpful than you think it is, but I guess that goes for most things Encyclopedia has to say, huh? Continue.
Thanks for nothing.
Pretty much.
Dolores Day. Dolores.
Pain threshold, easy success. Dolores Day, okay. Dolores Day, huh? Okay, Dolores Day then.
Incorrect.
Huh?
Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state.
Okay.
She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern.
Oh,
she
right,
was
yes.
powerful and beautiful on all her icons.
Well, that is generally how icons go with this sort of thing. So right, Dolores Day was the moralist, right? We discussed her last time a little bit. Continue.
Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps?
Another choice, perhaps. I mean, her colors involve apricot, and I have deep-seated opinions about that, apparently. Huh, continue.
Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
I mean, we're here for something important in the first place, right? Inland Empire really doesn't want me to think about her. And it has caused me to pass out at least once, and my morale's already damaged, but what? Or not thinking about it? Not thinking about it. Back to quiz. Nope, I'm thinking about it. I'm sorry. I'm self-destructive in my brain. Morale critical, healing yourself. Bam.
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans.
The humans?
That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this.
Okay, cool. Sure, I'm glad I lost morale for that. Thank you.
Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
Okay, so we got Sola, we got the Pericarnassian. You know, I didn't really absorb anything from what you just read. What I just read. I think maybe the Pericarnassian, they've mentioned that in like the farthest back historical sense before. Let's talk about the Pericarnassian.
Correct.
Hey!
Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius.
Pius.
He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth.
Growth.
all he spoke was gold.
I meant gross.
It said he invented God
Uh-huh.
and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum.
Okay. This is some weird history. Invented God. Okay. Huh, continue.
As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party.
Sure. Is he like kind of a capitalist pope? Is that what this is? Continue.
Question 2. Who was the strongest
The
innocence?
strongest innocence. Continue. Continue.
Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Sure, try again. I trust you've got my back. I don't trust you've got my back, but I'm going to ask anyway.
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history.
Huh.
Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least the parts that matter.
Really? So I didn't quite have the right idea, did I? But I did want to know that. However, it's not helpful at the moment. Yes, so interesting, but I thought you'd give me the answer to the question?
I can do better.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so commonly, an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power.
Okay.
This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities.
Wow.
Did this help?
How can you measure the power of an innocence if all their deeds are seen as inevitabilities? That's ridiculously powerful. No or yes immensely? With answering the question, no, I do understand innocence better, I suppose. Yeah, sure.
Great.
Good.
Dolores.
No pain threshold. No pain threshold. No. I now understand. Pain threshold wants me to think about Dolores Day because it wants me to feel pain. Vesper Messina or Franco Negro? Franco Negro, there was a militia. I remember they talked about the Franco Negro militia. That was a thing. Vesper Messina, I don't remember much about. Let's go with Franco Negro.
Correct.
Hey!
Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
Did he? I mean, I guess it makes sense. If this is Earth, 6,000 years in the future, and the view of the past changes radically over time. But it's interesting that the Innocences claim to have invented these basic concepts. Huh. What's the idea that, did we just sort of waddle around in ignorance before that? Is that how it works? I don't know. Continue. Probably. Continue.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue.
How? Continue?
Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
Apparently we're not going to talk about that any further. Okay, fine, sure. Continue. False innocence, yes.
Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
You going to be helpful this time? I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnassian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
Re-emergence. So there's not always an innocence. They just find one, they declare it. And it is kind of... It's similar to the Pope in that regard, in that there's a group that establishes the innocence. But there's not always an innocence. Currently, there doesn't seem to be an innocence, but I guess I don't know that for sure. Sigh heavily out loud, though.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault.
I mean, it sort of is, but that's okay. Continue.
At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Pain threshold. I can't right now. I can't. Erno, Pasternak, Kedra, Stepan the Despicable. Or Dolores. But we're not going that route. We're not going that route because I've only got so many morale drugs left at the moment, and I really don't know. I mean, I think in order to get more, I have to just buy them. Either that or explore more and explore well. In any case, Stepan the Despicable? I mean, he's got Despicable in his name.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Okay. Regent of Kedra, so it shouldn't be Kedra, right? Who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. That would make it seem like it's probably going to be Erno then, yeah? The one thing is that if I choose incorrect options, I do get more information. So let's go ahead and intentionally be obscure about this and say Kedra.
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Mawindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacentic Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
It occurs to me now that the information that I gain by choosing incorrect options won't necessarily mean anything to me because I don't know what all these terms mean. Man, we got a long ways to go. It's interesting to me that he pronounces this as Muindi Isola. He's done it before. My brain does that from time to time. I wonder why. Anyway, Erno Pasternak.
Correct.
Hey!
There have been a number of counter or false innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization.
Founding party.
And accusations of foul play have arisen.
No way. Continue.
The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra.
And thus we have why those were the three options available to me, aside from Dolores, which no. Continue.
Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
Why do I get the feeling that it's going to be Dolores Day? Continue.
I've got it. Honest.
Okay, are you sure this time I'll bite? Hint me.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
Wasn't that the answer to one earlier? You're absolutely certain of this?
0 doubts.
Franco Negro, Erno Pasternak, Dolores Day. Okay, well, Franco Negro?
Incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals, and while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps?
So basically, the author disagrees with my brain. It's not a bad guess in and of itself, but...
Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad.
Right. Right, continue.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously. The only other option besides Dolores Day is Erno Pasternak. Obviously not. He's the one that we discussed as being the false innocence, and possibly the worst innocence. But in order to forestall the inevitable, let's go ahead and read it.
Incorrect. He was a violent bastard, out to torture, maim, and kill whoever stood in his way. He was also a false innocence, disqualifying him from being the greatest and most important and most precious to humankind.
Right.
Would you like to try again?
Okay. I have a feeling that my ex was named Dolores, and that's why my subconscious is obsessed with Innocence Dolores Day, and that's why my subconscious told me to buy this book. Dolores Day.
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world.
Got it. Moralism. Continue.
Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her.
Really?
Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful.
No, come on, don't go down that route. Don't do it. We're going to...
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have
Grade?
been calculated. You get
A
D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected better.
I was getting tested.
You
Continue.
would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
I don't know. I couldn't actually read it. Apparently I read it in about 20 minutes, which is impressive. But an hour has passed. Damn you, you arrogant book.
You are shouting at an inanimate object like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Put the book away. Great. Well, I feel edified. Yes, I do. Ugh. Okay, well. It's now 7:30. I've read my 2 books. I learned some things about myself and about the Innocences, I guess. Mostly about cockatoos. I forget that it was actually about cockatoos, wasn't it? I could sit on a bench. I do probably want to visit the pawn shop if I want to have enough money for, you know, buying that. Hang on a second. Why is my... Ah, you know what? It seems that caps lock makes it so that I run all the time. That's why sometimes I wasn't running all the time. That makes sense. What's this? Hello? A sewer grate. A gateway to the river of filth. Okay. Wait. Oh, hey! It's that other driver I'm supposed to talk to, isn't it? I just about guarantee it. I remember I searched these crates. And I didn't talk to this guy because I was busy. What's this? What is this? Scribbled between the thighs of a page 3 girl. L'origine du disco. The origin of disco? In this little tiny hut? Is the door open? It is. Wait, is this the... This is the pawn shop. How did... I guess I'd only been here at night. I didn't recognize it at first. Okay, it's much closer to everything else than I thought it was. Hi. It's me.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Care to share your perholidon with me? Perholidon with me? No, I'm good. I'm going to try and stay off it. You might be able to aid my investigation. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by the officers of the Citizens Militia? He might have my gun. I mean, I can't afford to buy it right now, but if I ask about this, he might tell me about my gun.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Well, that's what happened to my gun then. Great, continue. So whoever's investigating this case who's not me and Kim bought my gun. Continue. We're all critical.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh, God.
Wait, I sold you my gun. Was the buyer a policeman too? At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else. I sold my gun? Yeah?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer.
Yeah, hesitates.
Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
I probably shouldn't be discussing this with you with Kim not here. Continue.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Yeah, was the buyer a policeman?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd.
Mm-hmm.
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Sylvie? It doesn't have to be Sylvie. It could be any person who was present in the Whirling in Rags when I walked in with my gun and brandished it around at people and then walked in later with money and was like, I don't have my gun anymore. Someone knew that I sold my gun and thus bought it intentionally. Okay, continue.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
She must be one of my adoring fans, just wanted to feel closer to me, you know. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can patrol the streets more effectively than the citizens' militia. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? On me! You gotta help me find her, man! No. No. This one is the most important, but let's start here.
I hadn't considered that. This is why I don't like to deal with guns.
Continue.
He considered it, but his priority was to get rid of the gun as quickly as possible, albeit for a price.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. That's what anybody would think of under the circumstances. Any idea how I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
But like physical features, anything?
A
Continue?
needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
I may have to come back and have this conversation again when Kim is here, just so he makes notes about it. At least I know I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Got experience. Let's not talk about my investigation right now. It's something I like to sell.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Let's see. I'd like to sell my clothes. I'd check my pockets. Access your pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Okay, let's see here. The tape in this case was destroyed. I could probably pawn it without much consequence. The dock worker shift card I should probably hang on to for now. The lieutenant's handkerchief? No, I'm not selling that. Blue oblong pen? No, I'm not selling that. Man, most of the stuff I have I either don't want to sell... hang on. The empty cassette tape case. I'm not sure why he would even buy it. Do I need 50 cents more than I need an option in my... How about clothing? Let's look at my clothing.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
He looks you up and down quickly. Really? I can't sell my clothing? But, like... Okay. Hang on.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
No, he definitely won't. He won't buy my clothing. Dang it! I was hoping to sell the friggin' tank top that I found in a dumpster or whatever. Okay, I don't know.
Another time, perhaps.
Another time, perhaps. Bye. Okay. Okay. I'm in trouble. Someone done bought my gun. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't know why I would expect anything else. Okay. What's this? Tire track leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off. Onto the roof. Oh. And I gained experience. And thus a skill point? That seems like something that I should have had Kim here for. Everything seems like something I should have Kim here for. You know what? I'm going to go sit on a bench. I'm going to sit on a bench, and I'm going to wait.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Great. Twiddle your thumbs. Wait 15 minutes.
The twiddling barely keeps your hands warm against the frigid wind blowing from the coast. After a while, you've had enough.
Great. Let's stare into the sky for 30 minutes. Without looking up.
Time passes.
Sure does.
It's getting so dark, you can barely make out the snowflakes drifting down from the sky.
Think deep thoughts for an hour, huh? Okay, sure.
You finally stop picking your nose.
Deep thoughts, eh? A full hour of nose picking. Impressive, honestly. That's some resilience. Get up. Hey, guess what? It's past 9. I could technically go to bed if I wanted to. This has been largely an immense waste of time, and I damaged my morale twice? You know what? I have 2 skill points. You know what I'm going to do? I've got this one thought that's just cluttering up my thought cabinet, aside from that it raises my volition cap. So why don't we start working on volition, yeah? Level up your volition. We're going to need that stuff. If I'd done this, I wouldn't have wasted one thing of drugs. Accept changes. Great. That's something anyway. It's not much, but it's something. At this point, I could technically go to bed. Is that something I should do, do you think? What else is there I can do with myself? With Kim not here, anything I touch is basically turning to garbage. Music sure is different in here at night. Also, the lights are going, but I don't have any music to play, so hi. How are you?
Can I help you?
No. Apparently not. I keep accidentally discovering things relevant to the investigation. Hey, wait, the guy's not here. The chef's gone. Can I investigate the door a little bit further?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
Okay. Oh, this is the warded door, isn't it? This is the warded door. I think. Hang on. Map, what you got to say about this? Warded door, pain threshold challenging. What's my pain threshold like these days? Probably not great. Pain threshold 3. Yeah.
You see a heavy cobalt blue surface. Old cobalt. It leads to a side.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
No luck. This is the blue door. This is not the warded door. I don't know where the things are that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm feeling desperately incompetent today. Unbelievable, says this woman. Hi.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Because I sent my partner away with a body, and I have nothing to do but waste time. Maybe we'll talk later. Cool. Babysitting imbeciles. What the heck, Liz? Yeah. You sure are doing exactly that. Sorry. Do we just go to sleep? Nothing I can do. Nothing I've done. Nothing is going well. Nothing is working out. Do I just go to sleep? Maybe I do just go to sleep. Is there... Let me quick look at my goals. Is there anything I can work on? Track down your gun. Keep looking. Maybe someone knows something. I did ask at the local pawn shop, and I found it out. Keep looking. Maybe someone else knows something. Maybe. The fallen pants from Kuno, I don't have the money. Murder weapon, no idea. Technically, I suppose the non-working gun that I've got, I could sell that if I need money. I can't buy my dye tonight at the very least. It'll have to be pushed until tomorrow. I hate to make her wait, but she did say she would be done at like 11 at night, and that's pretty late. Put the clothes in the trash. Who has that unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person, you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Yeah, but I'm guessing that's the same person who's been investigating the crime, right? The person who bought my gun. Pick up dice from the dice maker. I don't have the money. I don't know why I thought I could just pawn tank tops. He won't buy my clothing. Why does my clothing even have value? I'm desperately demoralized. I couldn't pawn the alcohol either. I couldn't.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Look out.
You see some lights shimmering outside, but it's difficult to make out the outlines of the buildings below. Dark phantoms with many tiny eyes, chaotically arranged and not looking at you.
Okay, leave. How you doing, mirror?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Electrochemistry Impossible 18. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Know the origin. No more steam. Recited the poem Tommy. Is there anything else I can do to boost my electrochemistry? Let the mirror be for now. Anything. What you got, clothing? Electrochemistry, +1. I've got +1 from... It's from my not my shirt, my no? Pants? My pants is my pants. Okay, do I have anything else? Anything? Probably not. Gloves! Gloves! Put the gloves on. Gloves. Yeah! Okay. Anything else? Pants! Electrochemistry. I've already got electrochemistry for my pants. I just said that. I'm going to put this on too. I don't know why. Kim's not here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's try this.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
This is as good a chance as I'm probably gonna get. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Maybe I can do something of value today.
It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long.
Is this a good thing? Continue.
Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Oh no. I'm very sad now. Look at me. Let the mirror be for now. Hang on.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. You see your face, such as it is without the expression. It's just hairy.
It is. That's an intentional play on words, isn't it? It's just hairy. It's just hairy. Well, I've succeeded in making myself permanently sad. I'm going to bed.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
I'm going to bed.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Yeah, seems like it. Continue.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
The pain? Continue.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way.
Sure, makes sense.
As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately.
Yeah, I suppose. These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity. No, please, where is that blessed nothingness, that sweet oblivion? I'm an artist and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Maker.
I suppose there's really only so much to be done about it at this point, huh? Continue.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
Great plan. Continue.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here, then back to the other place. I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them. Human beings will always betray you. I get the impression that he wants to like people. But my brain is not going to tolerate this thought, is it?
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Continue.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
Yeah.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
Continue.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
I mean, I guess that's a really negative way of looking at what's happening right now, but... continue?
Let it. Let it.
Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you?
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Somehow it's so convincing when you say it. Open your eyes. Is it daytime? Did I manage to make it through the night? Or... yeah. Day 3, 7:30. I managed to lie in pain and half sleep all night. And now I'm permanently sad. But Kim should be back. Which is nice. But I'm gonna leave off here. What was this episode? What am I doing? Oh, man. It's very difficult being Harry, isn't it? And the worst part, right? The worst part of it is... if I hadn't put on that show and had my bill decreased, Kim still would have covered it. And the window would be fixed. And my bed would be less cold. But too late for that now. I made the decisions I made, and it felt like a success at the time, but it was a failure, wasn't it? It was a failure in the end. Just desserts, I guess. Oh, okay. All right. No, I gotta stop. I gotta stop for now. Oh, thank you for watching. I don't know what this was, but it sure was something. This game is hard on one's morale, isn't it? I'm looking forward to having Kim back. Next time, well, hopefully we'll manage to figure out how to talk to Vrart or something like that. I don't honestly know. It's Wednesday. It's a new day. Hopefully things will be better, but odds aren't looking great. I'll see you next time.